Hello, bubble heads. Oh no. Okay. All right. We got to turn this off. When I was pouring, hi, I'm so happy to see you. When I was pouring the bubble juice, a dead bug was in it. I don't know how. I showed this bubble machine to some children this weekend. They were not that impressed. So I think, okay, let me get him out of here. He's just a little dead mosquito guy, but I thought he was gonna, oh God, okay. All right. Okay, so we'll just, there we go. Pretty. Nothing happened. Welcome to episode 9 of the Megan Gailey Bubble Machine. I am Megan Gailey. There is construction happening. Sometimes the machines sound mad, but I know they're not. I'm doing well. My hair, I know it seems like my bathing suits are getting more, they're getting less coverage, but that's just because I'm running out of them. I'm not trying to make this show sexier. I'm just at the bottom of the barrel. And then what else? I broke my toe, so that's cool. I've never broken anything. And it hurts a little bit. I can't Peloton, which I'm like kind of sad, but also not that sad about. But I do miss Cody Rigsby. That's my favorite Peloton instructor. Great news, you guys. The bubble worked. The NBA bubble ended on Sunday night with the Los Angeles Lakers victorious over the Heat 4-2. In 6 games. I said it was going to be 6 games from the beginning. I don't know if it was here on the podcast, but I'll find it. Actually, I don't want to find it, but it is there. LeBron is joining us today. This is a painting that CJ got at a gas station. Who knew? So he is so happy to be here. Congratulations to the Lakers. Kind of anticlimactic. I thought maybe it was going to happen Friday night. There was champagne in my house. It did not. It happened Sunday evening. Still very exciting. The players are now back. As you can see, deboarding the plane at LAX and just so happy to smell that LA air. well, just maybe the dirt air does feel like home to them. I love the dirt air. Don't get me wrong, I'm not leaving anywhere. People sometimes be like, when are you moving back to Indy? It's like, only if something goes terribly wrong. How did the Lakers celebrate? They weren't at Staples Center. They weren't even around friends. Some of them weren't even around family. They celebrated as one giant unit. JR had his shirt off immediately, despite having not played in the game 1 second. So that was so great to see. They forgot Quinn Cook. He is kind of a short guy who I forget. So they left him at the stadium, and then he was commenting on JR's Instagram Live. Hold for plane, that's what we say in the biz. Quinn Cook was then commenting on JR's Instagram Live to come and get him at the stadium. So that was a bright spot. A lot of cuties celebrating. Rondo Jr. was drinking his little Martinellis, I think, or some sort of sparkling cider. And just the little cute, now this, a gecko over there is like, the is that? Just so aggressive. It's October, like maybe a little less chainsaw. It's just gonna be sort of a cacophony of sounds today, I feel. I think some of the cutest moments are seeing LeBron back with his family. His 3 kids and wife did not travel to the bubble. His sons are older. Bronny there was a bit of a controversy. Bronny was seen on social media smoking weed while LeBron was in the bubble, and everyone kept talking about how Bronny needed the series to go longer because that was going to prolong his ass whooping. But I think LeBron's a cool dad. I'm sure he doesn't want him smoking weed, but I don't think he's gonna whoop his ass. I don't know. But LeBron is back. Yesterday, Tuesday, he was with his family for Taco Tuesday. It's good to be home when you're the king, I'm sure. And look at this sweet little house that Zuri James got. This is LeBron's youngest and only daughter. Zuri James and I, wow, youngest and only girl. This is her playhouse that she has. I love it. It's so nice. It's so fun to imagine big old LeBron in it, and I'm just happy that he's back with his family. 4 months is such a long time. So thank you to every single person, from Adam Silver, to that man who was cleaning Jimmy Butler's room in the Michelob Ultra commercials. You are all important, and you all helped to make such a bright spot in a year that we absolutely needed it. For Lakers fans, no parade. I'm sad too. I don't even like parades, but once one's taken off the table, I really miss it. CJ and I went downtown. He's telling me I need to talk louder because of the construction. CJ and I went downtown on Monday afternoon to Staples Center. It was really just us and the bootleg t-shirt guys, but love their energy. Still celebratory to see them. So maybe go down there safely? I don't know. Congrats, Lakers. Congrats to the NBA. Thank you. We miss you. And that means we turn our attention to the league cranking, sort of like, not cranking, kind of like, car crashing along, the NFL. The Browns and the Chiefs are both 4-1. Congrats to Browns fans. The Browns defeated the Colts on Sunday. I'm happy for the Browns, and I think Phillip Rivers is bad. Okay, more canceled games. I gotta find my date. Where's my phone? It's right here. There it is. Okay, so the game cancellations and movements have really started to confuse me. So I'm just going to read this and let you guys be confused as well. The Broncos-Patriots has been moved to October 18th. Chiefs and Bills has been moved to October 15th. Jets at Dolphins has been moved to that has been moved from week 10 to week 6. Jets Chargers moves from week 6 to week 11. Jags Chargers moves from week 8 to week 7. Chargers Broncos moves week 11 to week 8. Chargers Dolphins week 7 to week 11, and the Dolphins Broncos moves week 6 to week 11. As a result, 6 teams will now have different bye weeks. What the did I just read? It makes no sense. Games are moving back, and then some games are moving forward. It seems like the crux of it is week 6, which is this one, and then week 11. That's where a lot of shifting is happening. Good luck to everybody. The Titans played on Tuesday evening, and after 2 weeks of not being able to be in their facility because of a massive COVID outbreak, they beat the now defeated Bills. So I guess we're seeing that you can have COVID shutdowns and still be victorious on the field. You've clearly lost off the field, but on the field, congrats. There have been more firings. The Falcons fired Coach Dan Quinn this past weekend after another loss. I think they're 0-5. So yeah. Tough break there. And then Le'Veon Bell has been released from the Jets. A lot of reactions out of that because here's the issue. The Jets are very bad, and Le'Veon Bell is seemingly very good. So you would think he seems unhappy there. Adam Gase, who is the Jets coach, I only said it that way because I was like, I think that's it. He is kind of the coach that's on the, as they say, proverbial hot seat right now. I don't know. The Jets are in disarray, but I'm happy that the Colts got to play them. And a bit of really tough, just take my word for it, do not look this up. Dak Prescott suffered a really gruesome ankle injury this past Sunday, had to be carted off, was crying, really stirred emotions in me. I think made a lot of other people feel the same way. Dak was fighting to get a bigger long-term contract. Jerry Jones had franchised him, and so now this injury obviously jeopardizes that contract. A lot of people angry with Jerry Jones. I wish for a speedy recovery for Dak. I don't hate the Cowboys. I just hate Jerry Jones. Does that make sense? I do like when the brotherhood of people in sports that have had traumatic injuries reach out. Paul George, I saw Gordon Hayward tweeting at him. They're like, hey, a bone shot out of my leg, so let me know if you want to text. And I think that's nice. Major League Baseball also in a actually the only league in the playoffs right now that the NBA has finished theirs. They are in the championship series, the ALCS, the NLCS. The Rays are beating the Astros. They lead the series 3-0. 2020's turning around, baby. It's feeling good. Unfortunately, the Dodgers are down 0-2 to the Braves. If it ends up being the Astros have to be out, and that means the Dodgers are out too. I take the Astros being out. I really would. I'd love to see the Dodgers whoop the Astros' ass in the World Series, but it seems like that possibility is slipping away. I've been watching the games, and I think I'm getting older because I'm really into refs and umpires now. Like, not even their stories, but just like seeing them interact. At the beginning of one of the games, all the umps lined up and then like peeled their mask down and smiled and took a photo together. And I thought it was so sweet and cute. And also, like, who's that going to? There's a lot of baseball games they can't be taking a photo of the umps at every single game. But maybe they just like text it to their wives or their partners or whatever. But I did think it was sweet, and I like the umps. Batter up. I titled this segment, College Football or Tennis? Which one will I talk tennis? Rafael Nadal won his 13th French Open. That shit is crazy, Rafa. He was my Nana Bobo's favorite player, so I hope you're happy, Nana Bobo. I'm looking up because she's in heaven watching the French Open from above. Oh, there is some college football news. There was a wild game between Texas and Oklahoma, multiple overtimes. If you saw a picture of a white girl going like this and looking sweaty, she was not trying to intimidate voters. She was just at the Texas OU game. Oklahoma was victorious. Ronaldo has COVID. He has tested positive. Wishing him a speedy recovery. I hope he is healthy quickly. And I don't know. I'm sad he got COVID, but it is nice to know that it's not just Americans f***ing up. Tuesday night saw the premiere of this season's Bachelorette. It was supposed to be Monday night, but then there was some sort of conflict with Monday. I don't know. So it was moved to Tuesday night, and we have been waiting for this one. We have a 39-year-old Bachelorette. Oh, praise Jesus. I'm excited for that, for sure. Claire, we've seen her. She was on Juan Pablo and then Bachelor in Paradise. Beautiful. Great. There are 3 former NFL players in this season. There was a white guy. He was a lineman. He pretended to be pregnant. And he said that he had not seen a woman as beautiful as Claire since his own mother. Kind of weird. And then we have Easy, who I'm being told, not told, I read little spoilers and things, is going to be a fan favorite. And you know what? I actually looked up who is Easy. Because when they say former NFL player, I'm like, I need stats here. Okay, I want to know what team. I want to know what round they were drafted. Rush per yard, Okay, so Easy seems fun. He's a 29-year-old sports marketing agent, and he used to be a wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, the Houston Texans, and the Seattle Seahawks. I get a lot of practice squad vibes, which is totally fine. That's what Colton, they were like, Colton, oh my God, there's an NFL player. And it's like practice squad. I mean, someone on a practice squad. This is the big one. There is one other former player. His name is Dale Moss. And apparently he is the reason that the entire season just gets blown up, is the term Chris Harrison's using. And I don't like him, so I don't know why I used it. Basically, Claire ends up falling so hard for this Dale Moss guy that she just shuts down. She doesn't want to be the Bachelorette anymore. And he actually does have kind of a career. He was actually a college basketball player, only played 1 season of college football, scored 6 touchdowns, I think for South Dakota, and then was picked up by teams. He played for the Green Bay Packers, And, so he was cut by the Packers in 2012, and then he spent time with practice squad, right? The Bucks and the Bears. Oh my gosh, he was on an arena football team called the Los Angeles Kiss that's owned by Gene Simmons. That is exciting. Dale is really hot, and if Claire shut down the whole season for him, I kind of get it. She's 39. She's like, okay, I'll take him. Bye. Thank you. One of my friends used to work with a guy that's on it, and she said he sucks. So I love that kind of info. There's so much good Bachelorette comedy content. I highly recommend Jared Freed, Michelle Collins. They give really fun, great breakdowns. So we'll be talking about the Bachelorette on the Bubble. Don't you worry. Which brings me to some bittersweet news. Next week's Bubble Machine is going to be the final one, just for a little bit. Just taking a tiny little break now that the NBA bubble is finished. So if you have any questions that you would like to submit for the final sports questions from my friends that don't like sports, please send them over. Like this week, I got a DM from Haddon. Thank you so much. And her question was, how do players move teams, and what is free agency? Great question. So free agency, it's a term you actually sometimes hear in dating or when someone leaves a job. It basically means I am here, I am not claimed by anybody, and I am up for grabs. There are different versions of it. You can be unrestricted, which means you can really do whatever you want. Restricted sometimes means you're allowed to talk to other teams, but the team you're on is able to match their offer or come close to it, and then you have to stay with them. So it kind of depends on the contract and the league, but it basically just means I am a person and I'm looking for a spot to land. And then there's obviously trading and whatever. Okay, so Haddon, thank you so much for that question. And thank you guys so much for watching. Wow. Make sure you register. I always look here there's gonna be a producer to tell me what to do. LeBron, congratulations. You look wonderful. Thanks for being here. CJ, thank you for all of your help. CJ today described himself as my cameraman, my gaffer, my sound guy. Did I miss anything else? Cue cards. Husband. And of course, thank you to my producer, Heather Pink. You guys are wonderful. I love all the comments. You've been so gracious. Please do not drag me for this Vixen goth bathing suit I'm wearing. This shit was expensive and I don't ever wear it. Okay, but busted it out for you. Wear a mask, be safe, vote, donate if you can, not to me, to the candidates. And I'll see you guys next week.